Hello everybody, today I've been inspired by all the beautiful flowers that are blooming at the moment, and I'm going to make a couple of things using some flowers that I've collected. So I've just been for a little walk and I've picked lots of buttercups, a few dandelions, some elderflowers and some beautiful grasses that I found, and some little pink geraniums. So we do need to be careful when we're out picking wildflowers. We don't want to pick anything that isn't very common. So things like buttercups and daisies and dandelions are all fine to pick, but we must steer clear of picking anything that is rare because we don't want to damage our environment. But things like this are fine to collect. Some of these are from my garden and some of them are from my walk that I've just been on this morning. And the first thing I'm going to make is a flower crown. So I've also collected some ivy, and the reason I've collected this is because it's very bendy. Here is a piece of ivy that I've just stripped. I've just pulled all the leaves off. This is going to form the base of my crown, and you can see how bendy it is. So the first thing you'll need to do is measure it to fit your head. So I'm just going to put it around my head like this. So mine needs to be about like that, and then you'll need to fix it into your circle. So you could use some string to tie it. I'm actually going to use a little bit of masking tape that I've got here. So I'm not going to use much because I don't want the tape to show on my finished crown particularly. So I'm just going to tape that end there like that and wrap that around, and I'm going to put a little bit of tape the other end just to hold it securely. And then you'll notice that I've also got some bits of ivy, a few more bits that I've left the leaves on because I want there to be some green on my crown as well. And I'll show you what to do with those in a second. So there is my crown shape. Let's just check it fits. Yes, it does. So the next thing I'm going to do is I've got some more bits of ivy that have got the foliage on. And what I need to do is I just need to weave that in and out of my crown and wrap it round. So this will strengthen my crown and it will also add lots of nice colour. So I'm just going through the middle and then I'm pulling the ivy round and just weaving it in and out and in and out. And that will mean that I can also in a minute use this woven ivy to thread my flowers into. So I'm just going to go round and round and round quite a few times with that. I've got some more to weave round that I'm going to weave round in a second. I just want to show the idea. So you end up with a lovely sort of circle effect. I'm going to weave more ivy around it in a minute. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my flowers that I've collected and I'm going to leave a little bit of stem on. You need to leave sort of 2-3 centimetres of stem. And then what you'll be able to do is to poke the stems through the ivy that you've woven, and that will hold your flower onto your crown. So I'm going to carry on with mine now and I'll show it to you when I've finished. So this is my finished flower crown. I'm quite pleased with it. I might wear it this evening when I have my tea. And I've got quite a bit of foliage left over and some beautiful flowers. So I'm going to make something else that I might be able to use when I have my dinner later on this evening, okay, which is an ice lantern. Now this is really easy to make. All you need is the bottom half of a plastic bottle or some sort of container that can hold water and go in the freezer. So I've just cut the bottom off a squash bottle, and then you'll need something that can fit inside it. So I've got a plastic cup is great as long as it fits inside and leaves a little gap around the edge, because what we're then going to do is we're going to fill that gap with water and put it in the freezer so that it freezes into a little cup or bowl shape. And to make it look really pretty, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of my flowers that I've got left over. So I'm going to pour water into my bottle, and I'm going to push the cup down inside, and you'll notice that the water then rises up. You don't want to fill it to the brim, because as water freezes it gets bigger, it expands, and we don't want it to spill over. So you need to leave a little gap of a centimetre or so. Then what you can do is you can pop lots of lovely little flowers in there. So you might want to put some of them in with a bit of stem, maybe you want just the petals of some. So anything that you've got left over, just pop it into the water like that. So I've got some daisy petals. I'm going to use some of these beautiful pink petals. You could put leaves in there, anything at all that will make it look really pretty and colourful. So I'm going to put a few more petals in. I might put some of these nice little leaves in, maybe some bits of it. Even if you don't want whole leaves, you can tear them up into smaller pieces. I'm going to use some of these little ones like that. Some of these larger petals I might put in. You can put the flower heads in whole if you want to. You can put the stems in. It's really up to you. I'm going to put in some of these tiny little elderflowers and sprinkle those in as well. And then the idea is that when you push your cup in like that, sort of spin it around a bit, some of the petals will float up and some will get stuck down the sides. I might put in a few more bits of stem down the side just to make it look nice and interesting. And then what you'll need to do is somehow stop the cup from bobbing up, because we want it to go all the way down so that when it freezes the water forms a cup shape. So I just want to put a few more bits in mine down the side. I've got some lovely grass here that I might put in, because I think that will look lovely when it's sort of trapped in the edges. And that one in there, and maybe a little bit of stem in there, and maybe that little bit of stem in there. So what I'm going to do to hold my cup down is I'm actually going to put some tape across the top of it so that the cup doesn't float up. So I've got a bit of tape over the top like that, and then just tape it down. And you can see that I've got my water with all of my foliage trapped in it. I'm going to put that in my freezer, and when it freezes it will make a lovely sort of cup-shaped holder. You could have a nice cold drink in it, you could put a little candle in it. I'm going to pop mine in the freezer, and later on I'll show you what it looks like when I take it out. Okay. Bye. So I just wanted to show you my finished product. Here it is. I've just got it out of the freezer, and it was a little bit difficult to get out. I had to very carefully take the plastic cup out from the middle, and actually it did crack some of the ice. So what I've done is I've cut away some of the plastic bottle at the top, and I've just, even though you can't see it, I have just left some of my plastic bottle around the bottom just to stop it from falling to pieces. But I think that looks absolutely beautiful. And what you could do, if you've got a little tea light candle, you could pop a little candle in there and have that as a lantern in the evening. Or you could maybe have a really, really nice ice cold drink in it on a hot sunny day. But just remember, as it's ice, it won't last forever, it will melt eventually. But I'm really pleased with it. I think that looks really, really lovely. So have fun seeing if you can make a flower crown or a flower ice cup or lantern. And I'll see you next time. Bye.